or so, we had any major labor strike in the country itself. That itself shows that how it is collapsing itself. Because in order to protect their rights, the unions are there. We have umpteen number of sub-unions in this country in the name of labor. But are they able to do any service to the labor as such? Or it has been only promoting their own position, and they are not a bargaining agent in total for the labor, but for rather themselves it has become. That is an unfortunate scenario what we see in our country. When you look into the world over, again I am going back to the subject of the labor scenario in the world, across the world. Ultimately the labor force has to be supported by the labor union, then by the labor parties. When you look into the left-wing parties of the world, whether the Labour Party or other so-called socialist parties across the world, either they are on the decline or collapse, or they are moved right-wing, like Labour Union of the Labour Party of under the Tony Blair. Now the Corbyn has come, and whether it will be able to swing to the extreme another left is a possibility. The victory of Trudeau in Canada, or just we saw in the Portugal election. These are the rather glimpses or rather real hopes for the Labour Party, Labour Union across the world. Otherwise they will say, after a few years they will say, Labour movement, what it is, they might ask. So, in order to sustain the challenges of the labour, there should be political party with commitment is needed. Not just right-wing political parties or left parties. Most of the right-wing parties across the world, starting from our own country to the US, they all stand for the capitalistic society, not for the labor kind of society. So the value of labor will be lost forever for them. So coupled with that is the labor legislation also. Once the decline in the labor legislation, then it will lead to the lesser and lesser area for the labor to swim in across. So most of the legislation what we see of late is always pointed towards the owner, rather the capitalist line. So when there is a decline in legislation, then there is a possibility in favor of the decline in labor legislation in favor of the labor. Now the legislation, most of them are coming up regarding containment of the labor, not on the rights of the labor. So when then there is a containment of the labor, the activities also will be going down and down and down. The threat on the labor will be always more and more. So they will not get into an activity of labor union at all. It has reached that decline in the labor activities as reduced. It will be a disaster for the whole society as such. The case of China and Russia are the classic example. 2 decades back, China and Russia were one of the The entire country was ruled by the labor class or their protagonists. What's happening of late? If you look at the industrial scenario, large number of accidents happening on a day-to-day basis in the China. They thought that this labor, their protection, their right, their safety measures, everything has been just thrown into everything. So that leads to the industrial disaster, ultimately the collapse of the whole system. And that whole trend need to be reversed, because unless these disasters have, unless it is contained, ultimately if it is 93% of the persons are in our labor force, whatever the force, they will be ultimately a citizen of the country. Their welfare is required as a labor, because he is the man who, or rather, actually produces our product. I mean, like what we eat, what we enjoy altogether. Of late, I don't see any protection at all as far as the labor. Across the world, in an Indian concept, he is just like a last word. He has no value at all we have a large, near more than 120 crores people. This unorganized sector, while labor is available in plenty everywhere and every place, so absolutely no protection is being given. They have a challenge from day one to end. Last 2 years back, they said the human, like the BPL concept itself is just 26 rupees. Then if the government of India states that the 26 rupees, one is above 26 rupees, so EP will be above BPL. The labor force salary also will be equated with that amount. Okay, if he can survive with for 26 rupees, he has to be paid maximum another 50% more than that, or another 100%. They will say, okay, if you buy 52 rupees labor, I can, per day salary, I can pay any fellow, that will be the minimum wages they can say. In that way, the whole economics goes in that line. But the reality is altogether different. This 26 rupees or whatever, like, it will be purely a mathematical number. Ultimately, if one has to live, he has to be reasonably paid. Actually, again, we should go back to the Karl Marx theory. The value of labor has to be, he too has to be substituted, compensated to him. The entire wealth he too has to share the wealth. In that concept, we should look into it. Again, coming back to our Indian concept, instead of protection, as most of our labor force have been in unorganized sector, are illiterate, they do not have a bargaining capacity at all. These 93% of the labor. They need a strong labor legislation required for them. That is the need of the hour. At all levels, starting from my office, they can be, now most of the recruitments have been on outsource. They can be appointed, they can be thrown. There is no security of labor for him. Just look into the power sector. If a lineman dies during the process of work, almost he dies like a dog. You can very often you come and see a photo of a lineman electrocuted in the top of either on transformer or in this one. If at least he would have been a permanent labor, he had a protection for various issues. Most of the dangerous work is also been outsourced now. Manual cleaning. These are one of the two we very often come across. If this has been outsourced, their family will be in the road, If it is a, no, nobody can compensate the death. This is a different matter. But still, in the form of an employment, in the form of a gratuity and other thing, if it is a permanent labor, he will be compensated. But for a casual labor, an outsourced labor, nothing of this will be available. All of you talk about the efficiency and productivity. When you talk about the efficiency and productivity, the labor, he will be the first sufferer. Why he became a labor? That you must analyze. He should have been intelligent, you too would have been an IAS officer. Because of his poor IQ, intelligence, whatever like, or the economic circumstances and position, he could not pursue his education, so he ended up as a labor. So you must expect only that much output from him, not what the efficiency and output we, the top executive does. So with a dismal note, I want to conclude this the whole, unless there is a real transformation in the approach to the labor and the legislation is done, hardly any protection is there, only challenges are there. Improvement in the quality of life is possible. Until and unless he has to, self-belief must be there in that labor. That is the starting point of the whole issue. And I am gone out of the subject because the labor, not just as a law legislation, but overall a scenario of our economy or our nation. With these few words, I thank the organizers for organizing an outdated subject rather in the present world now, labor subject, law. Because everybody is talking today, I don't think any labor of 30 years back the number one or number two minister in the cabinet was the labor minister. Because he can shake the world, whole economy. Now, okay, thank you.